NHRA Pro Mod Group has never had as good a relationship as it actually has with the NHRA. I can call Cromwell, Josh Peterson, Mike Rao, Evan Jonat. It don't matter who I call. I call Dr. Surface right now. Like I just went through a deal with my foot. It was like instantly text, phone call, bing, bang, boom. Did this, did that. Nothing is, it's never been like Danny and Steve would be elated with our relationship that we have with them today. What I can also tell you is that going back to talking about, hey, how we used to have grade points to get in and we diluted that and did this and did that. Like I will tell you, I honestly truly believe if you made NHRA Pro Mod a pro category, it would actually be the death of it. For the number one reason is guys like me would not be able to get life insurance anymore. If I drive in a pro category, I can't get life insurance. If I can't get life insurance, I can't secure my debt in my business, which means I can't race. So that's the number one thing that nobody ever wants to talk about. Okay. Like, sure. And I'm just going to use a name, my friend Cameron Frey, or let's say Matt Hagan. So Matt Hagan probably has a life insurance policy, but does he have 40 million? Because you can't get it when you're in pro. Like you can get enough that'll pay for your burial and send a kid to college, but you're not going to be able to get any real debt insurance. And we're all blue collar workers. We're all business guys. So that would be the number one reason why it can't go pro. It would knock out some drivers. Right?
Never heard
that. That is interesting.
That's a number one. Number two is like, I'm going to struggle to do 11. We tried 12 races before. It sucks. I can't do 20. No. And then because we all like the winter series, could you imagine if we all went pro, we couldn't come to your race, Wes? There's just no way.
Know. Yeah, no, I completely agree.
So I could go on into real deep details, but that's just the three high level things that are just like, it's not a good idea. Now, as far as even if we became a pro category, we're not going to leapfrog ahead pro stock bike. We're not going to leap a frog ahead of pro stock car. I mean, if NHRA did that, they would show that loyalty means nothing to them. And that would be a bad look. So we're going to be in our position that we're in as far as rank. And they've treated us in the last 18 months like gold.
That's good.
There's times where they throw out a qualifier, but when you actually have a conversation and they're like, well, there's garbage cans blowing across the racetrack. It's not safe. It's dirty out there. You have hardly any downforce. We'd rather not you crash a car. Okay.
Makes sense.
But it doesn't make sense to everybody, especially the cars that aren't qualified that just needed that one more run. It doesn't make sense. And that's where I'm saying, it's like anytime you're in an argument, nothing really makes sense until you calm down and all the serotonin leaves your body and you go away and you sleep and you come back the next day and you're like, yeah, especially this happens to me. I was probably acting out of turn yesterday. Right? So like when the garbage cans are blowing across the racetrack in Las Vegas and we're all upset that they didn't let us go out there and make a run on the dusty racetrack. Right?
It's so true, man.